moved from those companies into these decentralized networks. You see what I mean? All because of the commodification of data itself.
And what's special about that is that then people can really take, well, earn some income off their own thing, because it's really
Yeah.
like people like these companies have been extracting and stealing all of our data for a long time, and that's value. And moving into this world where people are losing their jobs left and right, infinite money printing, and massive unemployment, we're gonna need to be looking for innovative ways to just like take power back and earn passive income from things like this. And people don't can't even wrap their minds around monetizing things that they already do, because it's been stolen by secret hands at play, if you will. So that's powerful, man. It's very, very powerful. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. But
it gets me into another thing that we hear all the time. And when people say all of the money, I like to say all of the internet. And it's hard to calculate all of the wealth of all of the internet because it's easy to say all of the money. We can just go, oh, let's just add up all the things that equate to some value of money, and then the total of all of that is all of it. But I want to say it's even bigger than that because it's all of the value of the things that we otherwise wouldn't be able to measure. Like you said, like the data. Like it doesn't mean that you can't, it's not that you can't commodify and find out the actual value of that data. It's just
mm,
it's very intangible. It's incredibly difficult. Not to mention these markets are entirely based off of essentially a series of decoupled entities all trying to engage with each other. You have users, you have different platforms, you have advertisers, you have different entities on those platforms like applications, and you see what I mean? It's not very cohesive. Where at least on these digital networks, you have the entirety of the network to be cohesive, and then you just essentially trade with information that's already on that network.
mm,
And to be able to calculate how much that could be is just so insane that I try to get people. I try to. It's one of those things where I don't even think we can anticipate how big, if you want to say market caps or overall growth or overall liquidity in these different blockchain networks. But it's so ridiculously big because there's two things that's happening at play. One, you're being able to calculate value in things you otherwise wouldn't have been able to do so, or it would have been incredibly hard. And you're making things efficient, so you're getting economic growth on top of that. So it's
mhm.
like it's see what I mean. So
Yeah.
it's like you're being able to get a bigger pool of the pie that you otherwise weren't able to see, and you're getting economic growth on top of that. That's faster than it otherwise would have been.
Yes. And dude, this is this is exactly why we got Quincy Jones. This is exactly why it's like, putting it like that. Truly, like, you can't wrap your mind around things. And something I always say is, and something that I bring up is that market cap is a limiting indicator that a lot of people use as a credible one, right? It's like, I believe Kevin Cage brought to my attention a while ago that JP Morgan came out with a study that towards like the peak of the 2016, or excuse me, 17 bull run, there was 6 times less money in the market than the market cap actually showed. And the reason for that is that, um, what's it called? People just paid for the market price that they were able to purchase tokens at, and that was calculated with the supply. And market cap is just an indicator as a consequence of that. Not that that's how much money is actually in crypto. So whenever I hear individuals arguing with me, oh, XRP can't hit XYZ price because of market cap, you try to hit them with the wait a second, buddy. You don't understand.
Exactly. So basically, guys, um, I was trying to not interrupt too much, but what both of them are trying to say is that most of the people just have such a limited belief system and such a big lack of imagination of how things work and in reality, and how value, basically, like the value in a relationship, for example, if you've got your best friend, or the value of time, can you put a price tag on it? No, you can't even wrap your head around it, because how would you figure out the price? If you were a billionaire, you would put any amount towards that friendship to be saved, right? Like, if you could spend 1 billion and protect your best friend for not getting shot from some assassin who is after him or whatever. If you could spend money to save value, how much money you would spend, right? It's a very difficult one. So if you've got so much value into a network that all of the money are going to be flowing into that network, so you essentially everyone is going to be who values the network, everyone is going to be making everything possible on one side to put that network down, like they're trying to suppress the price of XRP on one side. Yeah, I understand that. But everyone else who is basically appreciating the value of the network is going to try to find ways to benefit from it and to keep it growing, and to imagine that so much people are holding XRP, for example, like the guys who are holding BTC, how there is a huge community around the network, and how they're trying to advertise it, and they're trying to to get the word out, to explain to people why there is a value there. And imagine a network where you can put where you can basically trade anything. You can tokenize every single asset on the planet, and you can scale it up to the moon, so that you can go to so many transactions per second that your brains explodes. Like if you take, for example, like Visa and MasterCard, and if you try to compare Visa and MasterCard to what XRP is and XRPL is, it's just like, imagine investing early in Visa and in MasterCard, and imagine then being early on XRP and XRPL. You have no idea how much wealth is to be made, and especially if you were to invest early. But I was just trying to record that video, by the way. That's the second time I'm recording that video because of my stupid software I use. I'm using the free version, saving money again, which is a complete bullshit, and I should as soon as possible try to, because there is so many places you need to put money nowadays. There is always some hole to to fill, and I'm trying to put all my free capital to work for me and things like that. So basically what I was trying to say is, someone just walked towards my car. It was very odd. Anyway, I was just trying to say, I forgot my train of thought. That was very stressful. Someone just walked. I've parked into some small street so that there is no noise. That I can record a clear, nice sound, and because I'm on the move constantly. So someone just walked up to my car and literally to the window and looked inside of in the car. I was just like, wow. So yeah, I was trying to say that there is just unlimited amount of value on the table, and I was trying to say that the video I'm recording right now, I'm recording it twice. Basically, almost everything I'm saying now, I've said it once more before. And the last time I was recording the video, I was seeing on the chart that basically what XRP was trading at, one sec, it hit about 88, 89 cents, and I was just saying, imagine how many more times would you expect the price to go that low, and imagine like buying it now compared to just like waiting and wait. How many times I warned, how many chances all of the guys who haven't invested even once who haven't bought even one single XRP, how many chances did those people have? Loads. But how many more are you going to get, guys, if you haven't yet bought a single XRP? How many more chances do you think you're going to get to buy XRP at 88 cents, 89 cents? The value in the network is unlimited. So the price, because the video is named the prediction of the price, basically the price can go to infinity, to any number. You don't understand that? If Bitcoin were able to achieve 0.0003 times 03 from 2010 to 69,000 a few weeks ago, when it set the new all-time high against every single guy on the street on the mainstream media, and you know every politics are against it. The whole world is against Bitcoin, and it was able to hit $69,000 per coin. It's very similar to what's happening now to XRP. But do you think that's going to last forever? At some point, you're going to get support from the mainstream media. Don't forget that Rothschild Group has invested 5% in Ripple, the company. Don't forget the Ripple company is going to get public soon. And don't forget the ODL, on-demand liquidity service, which is basically the main component of XRP, of Ripple, and so on and so forth. Is just keep growing and growing. The usage, the users with accounts in XRP accounts, XRP wallets, just keeps growing exponentially. So how long more do you want, and do you think that the price is going to be suppressed so that you enter in? And as I was saying before, if you buy like $2,000 worth of XRP, and obviously that's not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. That's not financial advice. But if you just bought $2,000 worth of XRP now, and the price keeps rising at the moment, but it's still below $1. So let's say roughly you'll be getting like 2,000 XRPs. If you sell one of the stock, half of the stock, 1,000 XRPs at about $10 or $20, which most of the XRP experts they agree that's going to be the price target this time around, because last time it reached almost $4 per one XRP. So, and that was with no adoption of the whole crypto space, was barely adopted, and it was so much money into the whole market cap, and now we hit 3 trillions, and we're heading to 30, and then 300, and probably to infinity in the blockchain space. So and XRP is going to be grabbing up a ton of that, like a huge portion of that, if not like even 30-40% of that, if not even more. And I'm talking hundreds of trillions, probably, if not quadrillions. And you hear what they what they have to say in a bit in that video as well, which I keep playing to you. But yeah, like if you sell 1,000 at let's say some average price like $15, that's 15,000, 15 times your money. And the other 1,000, if you just keep it, use the 15,000 to just live off it or reinvest it somewhere else, or do whatever you want to do with it. But the other 1,000, just keep it long term. And imagine hitting a price even 100. If you hit 100 and you've got 1,000, that's 100,000. If you hit 1,000, that's 1,000,000. If you hit 10,000, that's 10 million. If you hit 100,000, that's 100 million. If you buy just 2,000 and you split it and you take the risk out and you take 15 grand out at $15 per XRP, and then the other 1,000 you just leave it there forever. And you can obviously, when the price appreciates to like 100, you're gonna have 100,000. You can take like a small portion of that 100,000, like a 10,000 out, and that's gonna be like a few XRPs, right? Instead of well, maybe not a few, but you know what I mean. And then when it hits 1,000, you'll still be able to withdraw a huge portion, buy a house, for example, and still leave loads of XRPs.